Narcissism is excessive interest in or admiration of oneself. Yeah, this is at the heart of our economic system, and I'm going to talk about why. When you look around your life and you look around the US economy and you look around at the global geopolitical and global economic situation, can you imagine anything that we need to be spending $1.77 trillion on more than a company that's not profitable, whose goal is to help people travel to other planets? That $1.77 trillion would cover the resource shortfall to the abundance threshold for 93 million Americans. Yes, it would cover the gap for the entire middle 20%, and it would cover the gap for another 26.2 million households in that second lower 20%. So for a total of 93 million Americans, it would take them out of resource precarity for a year. The middle class is priced out. And the impact of the middle class being priced out of buying homes is that their middle class income is driving rents up at a rate that lower income families are having to choose to eat less in order to pay their rent. So now we have food insecurity as a major problem in the United States. Yeah, that's how significant this $1.77 trillion is. And so you have to ask yourself, how did we get to a place where so much money is in so few hands that they are free to speculate on the most bizarre things? Like, okay, living on another planet. You would think this is Star Trek, but at $1.77 trillion, these people are serious. Elon Musk did not innovate the science, the mathematics, or most of the technological innovations that provided the foundation for the innovations he has developed through his companies. The imbalance between compensation and contribution has reached a point where the two are no longer joined by any meaningful relationship. Think about that. There is no meaningful relationship between Elon Musk's actual contribution to SpaceX and the compensation he receives for it. You know what Jonas Salk said? He said it would be like claiming ownership of sunshine, a system that justifies its inequality by appealing to merit and contribution cannot indefinitely withstand when you have an order of magnitude divergence between merit and contribution without dissolving the consent that it relies on. For a July 2025 Wall Street Journal poll, 69% of Americans no longer believe in the American dream or that the idea that hard work pays off. Americans under 30 have a 62% favorability rating for socialism and a 34% favorability rating for communism. We all know about the violent murder of the CEO of United Healthcare by Luigi Mangione. Here's the thing. A lot of people resonate with what Luigi did. The 2 capital murder cases have been dropped against him, and the only case that has survived is a second-degree murder case. So we did used to have shared prosperity in America. Extreme wealth has intentionally broken the back of shared prosperity, and now it's getting desperate because everything the average household needs to survive is now expensive. And people are getting to the point where they're having to choose to pay their rent and eat less in the wealthiest country in the world. Let us not forget, we are a nation with almost 500 million guns. and the most powerful Second Amendment in terms of the right to bear them. This, to me, is the red line. This is the issue, in my view, that will bring the pitchforks out. Because there's just too many Americans who do not have a mental health issue, who have education and talent, who have played by the rules, and they find themselves living in their car. It's not a good look. That $1.77 trillion was invested in one day in a company that's not making money. When you have millions of Americans who don't know where the next meal is coming from or whether they're going to keep their lights on.